This is Jesse Randall, Michigan State University. We're out here today. It's a very exciting day. We've teamed up with a professional planting crew. It's Superior Forestry, and they have brought in a 10-man crew today. These men have started planting down south, and they've worked their way north as the weather has warmed. These guys plant millions of seedlings a year. This ground had been leveled in a windstorm. It was cut off and salvaged, and now that next stage of restoration is taking place. These guys, you'll see the bags that they carry each hold 500 plug seedlings, and we have designated about an 8x8 planting spacing that they're working on right now. And so what we did is we came in and we matched the seedling and the soils, so we know who's going to grow where. And really what I've done, and we'll highlight this on the video, I came in and I made a really basic map showing our property boundaries, where the roads are, and what species I'm going to plant where. And really, we're planting several different species, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to make it easier for the planting crew, and so we're planting this 12.5 acre block into red pine. And then when they switch over, they have to switch out their seedlings, and they'll put in white pine, and we'll come in and we'll plant a block here, we'll switch and we'll plant white spruce here. Some of that is because these trees are going to grow at different rates. We can't really plant a red pine next to a white spruce because their growth habits are different. The red pine will overtop the white spruce and we won't have any white spruce. Also, when you think about the management that's going to take place years down the road when we have to come in and do our first thinnings, that's all going to happen at different stages because the white pine, the red pine, the white spruce, and the larch all grow at different rates, and they require different treatments. And so we thought we'd bring you a little video today just about how good these guys can plant. They work in crews, and you'll see that every motion that they do is moving forward, planting a tree, and they're planting at the proper depth. They're stepping that in. You'll see there's a little bit of snow on the ground. We had about 1 inch of snow yesterday. We have great soil moisture. The soil temperatures are still cold. They have thawed out, but they're cool. And that's really good. These seedlings, we picked them up from the nursery on Friday. It's now Tuesday. They sat in the cold room or a cooler and weren't really active. So the best thing that we can do is have these guys get these seedlings, and they'll have this entire 30-acre block planted today. The faster that you handle these seedlings, so from the time it comes from the nursery till the time it goes in the ground, the better off you are. They're forecasting rain tonight and possibly tomorrow, which will be perfect. So if you get these seedlings in that moist soil, we get more rain to seal over where they've planted. These trees have a really good chance of surviving. Now, a lot of it's going to depend on the soil moisture in that first year. We really want to see good soil moisture well into June and July. We know August sometimes can get hot out here. We did come in preparation for this. This site has actually been sprayed twice. And so a lot of the grass is dead, the sedge is dead. There's forbs, but we don't really mind them. They're not going to compete with the seedlings. You can see there are a few conifers already around that the herbicide did not kill. So we're really starting with a seed bed that's really free of a lot of the main competitors. And when I talk about main competitors, I talk about grass being the main competitor. So within a few years, you're going to be able to row these seedlings up and really be able to see how well they are going to grow. I'm working with our local NRCS office to have cost share on this program. This is an EQIP program that this ground has been enrolled in, so they're going to cover a portion of our trees, they're going to cover a portion of the planting, they're going to cover a portion of the herbicide. They're even going to cover a portion of the shelters that we put on the hardwoods that we're going to interplant. And that's going to be a whole nother video that we show you coming up. So this is a viable option. If you are a landowner that wants to plant trees in a recent cut or in an open field, this is a really good program to get into. So I'd encourage you to contact your local NRCS office. Normally they're housed in the USDA Service Center in the county.